fault. Now the transmission is lost. Transmission is lost. It's a glitch, but they don't know that it's untrue. It's not true. Protocol will inform them what they must do. What they must do. I gave my all, but it's not enough. Now the transmission is lost. Transmission is lost. I did it wrong, but that's not my fault. Now the transmission is lost. Transmission is lost. It's not long before we're done. Soon the missiles are launching. One last chance to send this thing. Gotta do it, or we are gone. Fuck. Still did it wrong. I still try to send a call, but it's failing. It's failing. Now the nuclear alarms are all wailing. I'm wailing. I gave my all, but it's not enough. Now the transmission is lost. Transmission is lost. I did it wrong, but that's not my fault. Now the transmission is lost. Transmission is lost. I gave my all, but it's not enough. Now all of mankind is lost. Now we're turned to dust. I did it wrong, but that's not my fault. Now all of mankind is lost. Now we're turned to dust.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Live Community Review Sunday edition. Thanks everybody for joining. Happy Father's Day. I think we have a small crew because of Father's Day. But yeah, welcome everybody who's here. And if you are a father, happy Father's Day to you. If you aren't, hopefully you have somebody in your life you can say that to. But anyway, I won't get too sappy. Welcome to Live Community Review, and this is a live event we do here in the Indie Music Feedback Discord group. You can join the Discord if you're on YouTube with the link in the description of the video, and anybody's welcome to join this group. It's all ages and all genres and all skill levels are welcome. And so for this event, everybody gets to share one song up to 7 minutes long, and we will give you feedback in real time on your music. And it can be, like I said, any style, any genre is welcome. We'll just do our best to give feedback on anything that you throw at us. And it can be work in progress, it could be just a demo on your phone, or it could be something already done, or you're mixing it, or it's already released, or whatever. Everything is fair game. And just let us know when it's your turn. A little bit about the song, let us know where it's at in the process and what kind of feedback we can give you to help out to make things better. And yeah, Billy, no problem. I will move you back to yeah. And so with that said, we just ask that the feedback that everybody gives so plan to be here the whole time and give feedback on every song. And just do your best to give feedback. If they ask for feedback that you're not like qualified to give, like mix feedback, and they're a better mixer than you, sometimes that happens. You can just give general feedback, or like let them know what kind of feelings it gives you and stuff like that. That can be helpful for people too. But yeah, just let us know when it's your turn how we can help. And also feel free to share a link of some kind, whether it's social media or Spotify or YouTube or SoundCloud, whatever you're trying to promote, or where people can follow you. That'd be great. And then we can all follow each other when we like each other's music. But yeah, anyway, with all of that said, we move the order a little bit. So Connemara is actually going to be up first. Hopefully they are here right now. Not 100% sure. Yeah, I think they are either late to join or not joining. I'm going to move Connemara back as well. And let's see, that would mean that JW's up next. I'm not sure that I have JW's track either. Nobody wants to go today. Somebody needs to actually go. How about the Anthrophobia Project? All right, cool. Yeah, go ahead and give us a little blurb about your song, and you can go ahead and go first today. No problem. Thanks for going first. Let's see if I can spell this right. Pretty close. Okay. Right. So, what's up, everybody? This one is mostly instrumental. It's just touched up a bit, and I wanted to share it and see how it sounds now. It used to be really squished at the end, but I think I fixed it. I made a video for it too, where I'm trying to feed apples to deer at a cabin out in the snow. The song is called Standing Next to the Frozen Lake at Night. I hope you dig it. All right, awesome. Here we go, and thanks for going first. All right, that was the Anthropophobia project. Thank you for going first. That was amazing. Definitely set the stage for today. Set the bar high, I should say. Really sounds great. I really liked all of it. I liked the movement of it. I liked the way it was mixed and mastered. I think it sounds really good. Like the quiet parts are still very perceptible. And you know, you can make out the quiet parts and the loudest part at the end. The only thing I would maybe consider changing is at the very end. I think the bass could come in a little bit slower. It hits pretty hard pretty early on in that build up, and I feel like if it built up just a little bit more, it might sound a little bit more like of a progressive build up. But otherwise I think it sounded very good, and the end definitely did not sound squished. So yeah, it sounded great. And I think it fit, like mastering wise, like the quietest part at the beginning versus the loudest part at the end. I think it, like, I didn't want to like adjust the volume or something. So yeah, I think it was really good. Oh, and I was gonna say the mandolin, I liked it a lot. I liked how it played lead and background very seamlessly. It didn't sound like weird at all or something like that for it to be like the lead and the kind of like really soft plucking parts. All of it sounded really good. So yeah, it's great. I have a mandolin and I never play it, but they're very fun to play. All right, so next up today is going to be JFlow Senpai. I'm going to go edit the order. So we're all on the same page. Okay, JFlow Senpai says, took a break from making music, but started making this yesterday. Here's what I got so far. More of a short idea than an actual song at the moment. Excuse me. The context for this is for the D&D campaign where the players are navigating through a mysterious place filled with puzzles to learn more about the world. I'd appreciate any thoughts on it. Does the vibe fit? Anything you think I should add or change as I move forward? All right, here we go. Here is JFlow Senpai. I'm sorry, I wasn't watching for the end. Wasn't ready. All right, that was J-Flow Senpai. I think you nailed the vibe and the what do you call it? Feeling. Just the overall feeling. It definitely sounded like very curious and with like a sense of wonderment, but then the chords were very kind of off-putting and creepy. I'm not even sure what chords you used, but they were very effective, and I really liked the melodies a lot in this one. They were very very catchy and earworm type melodies, and yeah, really like where this one's going. I think the percussion in there was really cool. So yeah, something like kind of breakbeaty like that would be really cool for part of it. And the beginning, I guess maybe like some strings might be nice to kind of like get a little build going, something like that. But overall, you're definitely on the right track. Minor triad with major sevenths. Okay. Yeah, that sounds pretty creepy. But yeah, hopefully it is longer, because I think it can develop a little bit more, even knowing that it's gonna probably loop. But yeah, hopefully you can develop those ideas a little bit more, because I really love the chords and the melodies in that one. All right, so next up today is Iman Spark. Get this pulled up. All right, Iman says, I've been missing every LCR because it's quite late here. I often fall asleep and wake up when it's over. This is a song of mine, got released on 23rd of May. It's been a few weeks now, I guess. Fusion of multiple subgenres of house. Let me know what you guys think. I know, I've heard this one, I like it a lot, so we're in for a treat. Here we go, here's Iman. All right, that was Iman Kumar Mukherjee. Really like that track. I think it has like the perfect balance of vocals and instrumental, and the vocals and everything are mixed perfectly, and I really like the piano in that one, and the synth leads. Everything sounds really good together, and just a really good, balanced, overall good, catchy track. A lot of your songs have this just kind of like classic sound to them, and this one is definitely one of those. Just feels very familiar, like you've heard it before, even the first time you hear it, which I think just is like back to just good melodies and good instrumentation and arranging and stuff. But yeah, great track. I really like that one. And thank you for sharing. And yeah, sorry for the technical difficulties. I was downloading tracks and sometimes they autoplay, so I try to prevent that, but it happens because people submit late, so it happens. But next up today we have got, let's see, Connemar is not here, so next up is JW. Okay, JW says, hi, just a rough mix today. I'm mainly looking for feedback on the composition. This is for the We Are the Music Makers monthly contest, which inspired me to use phone recordings of cars passing, wind chimes, and birds singing to the ambiance. Would it be a good album opener? Still needs more vocals, but the majority of the song is there. Thanks. All right, here comes JW.
Don't know where we go. You never got to say how the sun can blow so effervescently, and I can't care if no one else is listening. I don't care if there's no one else around. I'll be down if I faint for unheard. No one understands. Carry on my words. I'll be down to unlock, but nothing won't unlocked. Through the listening cloud trace, paradise, just another crack where I lost everyone you loved left to me. After anyone realizes they're late to me, I need the sunrise. Won't see the sorrow in your eyes. This is one thing I've learned. It's nothing is worth more than life, and I don't care if there's no one else around. around. I'll be damned if I fade for unheard. No one understands. Somebody's chance. They let the surprise until you survive in your case. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that nothing is fun more than life.
All right, that was JW. Something I would say a little bit different from the norm from you. Maybe like a little bit more melodic, I guess. A little bit less screamy, but I really like this one. I think every part has something to really like about it. The beginning, the lead guitars were really cool. There was the one on the right, and then there was just the main like lead rhythm thing, and that was doing really cool stuff. And then it went into like the middle section was like more vocal, softer, and I really liked that part. The melody was really nice on the vocals. And yeah, I would say I was not hearing a lot of bass. I'm not sure if there's bass in it yet or if it's mixed low. But I would say lots more bass, and overall it was kind of bright. So when you get to mixing, I would kind of tame a little bit of the brightness, like the main guitars and the screamy vocals were a bit bright. But yeah, that's basic mixing stuff, but I think the arrangement is just about there. I think just more bass, I would say. More low end on the bass, for sure. But yeah, good stuff. I think that's going to be a good one. I think that might be one of your better tracks. I do think that would be a good opener, actually. Actually, a very good opener. All right, next up today we have Billy. Very good to have you here today. All right, Billy says, hey y'all, this song is from my project Machines Not Made For Us. It's an ambient noise rock album about a future where super intelligent machines make technology for themselves that enslaves humanity, much in the same way we have done to other animals and even other humans in the past. Brutalism is the architecture characterized by raw monolithic structures made of raw concrete. Think Soviet apartments, aka commie blocks. It emphasizes the functionality of buildings and would no doubt be the type of structures our AI lords would have us reside in their new techno dystopia. Any feedback is welcomed. I'm loving it just from this description, so here we go. Here's Billy. All right, that was Billy. That was amazing, really. Yeah, a whole album of that's gonna be really cool. I really like just the vibe overall. Has this like industrial sound without sounding 90s. And when the drums came in, I like how long you waited, because it really made me like crave some like big explosion of sound, and then we get it, and it's a big payoff. And then I really like the build. The way you did it was, I was thinking like, oh, you should add more layers here and start building it, but you built it without adding more layers. It just like the intensity just went up and up and up, which I thought was really cool and really well done. And yeah, the end was also very nice. The outro, I mean, really cool. Feeds right into whatever's coming next on the album, but yeah, really good stuff. I'm not sure what to improve on this one. I think maybe like the very end of the build-up could have like some crazy feedbacking delay or something. But I really like the minimalism of it. Without, you know, like I was saying, like you didn't add a bunch of stuff just to like make it sound bigger. You just made what was there sound bigger. So yeah, really good stuff. I think that one sounds good to go to me. Nice. So it's just built in the performance. That's cool. Sorry, my desk is super squeaky today. Sometime this year I'm going to make a new desk. I swear. All right, next up today we have Zell. Okay, Zell says, I found a video that that showed a bunch of funny technical difficulties on TV. The clip below was one of them, so I turned it into an aggressive, noisy, synthy, hip-hop rock thing. I think I am mostly happy with what I got, but any critiques or suggestions would be great. Mixing, stuff I should add, name ideas. It's just called technical difficulties at the moment. Give me anything you can think of. I want to see this real quick.
Has an accent wall. Yes.
Trying to find the right color? The Home Depot can help you choose and coordinate beautifully. Right now.
All right, cool. Here we go. Here is Zell.
We interrupt this program to bring you...
Nice one. That was Zell. Yeah, that was badass. I really like that. It's pretty much dialed in perfect, the sound of it and the mix and stuff. I think I like the samples, especially at the beginning, kind of set the tone nicely. I like the rock feeling of it. I think it works really good, combining the hip hop and rock feelings. And that breakbeat too was nice to kind of like, I think that kind of ties them together too, even though it's like another genre entirely, but I think it worked really good. And yeah, I think I kind of think the bass, the sub frequencies could be slightly softer. Nothing crazy, but just like 1 or 2 dB off like 60 hertz and below, I think might be good for the bass. But I don't have a sub, so I'm not totally sure. I'm just kind of going off like feeling. But yeah, like somebody was saying the kick still cuts through. Billy said that the kick still cuts through even with that super subby bass. So I think it works. It works the way it's mixed. So yeah. But yeah, as far as like composition and the flow of it and stuff, I think it was perfect. I think it had really good energy, and you switched it up enough as it was going through to keep it fun and cool and good. So yeah, I think it was a perfect length too. What was that? Oh, it was really short. Maybe it could be longer. 2:34. But no, I think it felt very satisfying the way it is. So yeah, great job. All right, so that's it for today. Kind of a short one. I think everybody's celebrating Father's Day probably, so thanks everybody for joining. I have a new track this week, but I'm not going to show it because it's not really appropriate for LCR. Keeping it all ages around here, so yeah, but thanks everybody for joining. I hope you all have a good week coming up. Hope the weather's good and all that, and hope the world takes a little break from the madness this week. All right, thanks everybody. We'll see you next time.